Thank you for joining.
Woo!
Yeah.
There we go.
And I guess officially welcome to the Level 5 Presents INAZUMA 11 Areas and more. I am Stephanie, your host and Level 5 representative. I just want to let everybody know before we really start off, at the end of this panel, all of you guys here will get an exclusive sticker. We'll pass it out at the door. Please just stick it on yourselves, not on the walls or anything else. It is made just for you guys who have come to the panel, so please treasure it. Make sure you get it when you get out the door. All right, and with that, let's begin. So I'm going to ask a kind of dumb question, but who here knows Level 5?
We know Level 5. I know Level 5.
And
For other games, not just this.
Oh my God! So, just so in case
Yes.
any of you guys don't know, Level 5, we are a game developer. We started 20 years ago, and we started becoming more of like storytellers. We started off with games, but then we kind of expanded out, and now we have like TV shows and toys and all that wonderful jazz. You guys may know us from Yokai Watch, or Professor Layton, or Kuni. But we will talk about those things, maybe. But today I really want to talk about INAZUMA 11 Ares. Personally, this show is my baby child. It's been a really big franchise in Japan and Europe, and we worked super hard to get this series over to you guys in North America, so I'm so proud to be here today to kind of talk to you guys about it. And to us as Level 5, INAZUMA 11 Ares, it actually kind of was our first, at least in Japan, it was our first, like, what we call a cross-media project. It was the first time we had developed something that was both games and TV and toys and everything all together, so that, when someone enjoys it, it's everything. So talking about INAZUMA here, it is now on Disney XD. We have new episodes every Saturday at 8:30. Oh my God, I know, it's amazing. So there is going to be a new episode tomorrow. And if you guys aren't familiar with it, it's the best time to catch up. We are right at the mid-season match. It's really like fire rivals against rivals. Super exciting. And if you are kind of just jumping in, we do have something we call the FFN, or the Football Frontier News, that we post every Friday. We will be posting one later today. And it's like a tabloid that lets you catch up to any of the old previous episodes, and you can be in with the rest of the crowd. Alright, I'm going to show you guys a trailer so you can get a taste of the show.
In this arena, don't just play soccer. We are gonna take you down, then give it all you've got. Power forward. This is getting good. We won't give up. INAZUMA 11 Ares, all new Saturday morning at 8:30 on Disney XD, on demand and in the Disney Now app. The game's just begun.
Alright, and now, I've been kind of ignoring them, but I'd love to introduce our very special guest. We have Erica Harlacher, otherwise known as Katrielle. You may also know her as Haley Ann from Yokai Watch. And next we have our sunshine protagonist, the voice of Sunny Wright. And our DP, voice director of both INAZUMA 11 Ares and Yokai Watch, Bob Buckles. And they are here today to help bring another perspective to this series. So I'm really excited to have them here with me. Otherwise, I would be sweating and dying. All right, so before we begin with some questions that I've prepared for our guests, since I have the stage, I kind of want to tell everybody my favorite parts of INAZUMA. Sorry. So, I think these are my 3 favorite things of INAZUMA. So, the underdog story. You know, INAZUMA always starts with this group of underdogs in a team, and they're really like down on their luck, and you know, no one really believes in them, and lots of bad things happen to them. Lots of bad things happen. But then they are always still like so positive and happy, and to me, like that's so encouraging as someone that actually is very anxious in front of a lot of people. So it's really inspiring. And then, of course, you can't talk about INAZUMA without the special moves.
Right.
I don't know any other show that has penguins and soccer together. So I think that's pretty awesome. I don't know about you guys, but love it. And then the last thing is kind of the drama. I love how over the top it can get sometimes, but I think at its core, what I really love about it is like the characters, they have really good relationships with each other that kind of develop throughout the series. But I mean, also the drama. I love the drama. And with that kind of prefacing, I want to turn this kind of question to our lovely guests. So could you guys introduce your character in the show and what your top 3 features are? Starting with me. Yes, start with Erica.
Okay, hi. So I play Kiko in the show, and he's adorable, and I love him so much. And I love his hat. So one of my favorite things about the show is all of the amazing, like, crazy characters. Because also in the show, I play this adorable squirrel girl, and...
Oh, that's a spoiler, but... but it's fine.
Well, I wasn't told that was a spoiler, but okay.
It's okay, you can talk about it.
I have the other 2 characters too, and they're all like super funny and adorable, and I love it so much. There's like so many characters, so I feel like you'll definitely find one that you love in the show.
Yes, there's like over 99 characters in the show.
It's crazy.
And there's only, I mean, first season there's only 26 episodes, so that's like tons of characters.
So many, there's so many characters, and I like that you get to know like more than one team, which is really cool because I feel like you know, there's the one that you're gonna really root for, but you can root for the other teams too. They all have like their cool deep moments with everybody. So yeah, I guess that was like 1. That was 2.
Yeah, it's 2.
Yeah, that was 2. And I love the special moves. They're so funny. Every time we would do a special move, I was like, this is soccer, but there's like tornadoes happening. And mine is like twister trap, and I was like, wow, what is he doing? It's crazy. And then there's a dancing move that we do. It's so funny.
Oh,
I was
yes.
like, what? They're dancing now. It's great. I love it. So yeah, there we go. There's 3.
Yes.
Hi everybody, my name is Kyle McCarley. I voice Sunny Wright on INAZUMA 11. I feel like that character could not possibly have a better name because he has always got a sunny disposition. He's the star player of Rymont Junior High. He's willing to put the weight of the world on his shoulders, and he doesn't really want to take any credit for it. So he's a very admirable character, I think.
Yes.
Not like his voice actor.
That's not true.
No.
I like the show because it really puts an emphasis on the values of teamwork and friendship. I think that's a pretty strong theme throughout the whole series. or at least the stuff that Sunny's a part of. There's a whole lot of, come on guys, we can do this if we work together, and we're all a team, we're all friends. So I think that's a pretty cool thing about the show. It shows that hard work and determination pay off, because there's a lot of times where it looks like things aren't going to work out for Raimon, but then they put in the effort, and somehow the underdogs come through. Spoilers.
Yes. Oh, wow. Yeah, nobody heard that.
Most of the time. And finally, my third reason is I'm a huge hockey fan, and soccer anime is probably the closest to hockey I'm ever going to get to work on. So that's my third one.
Awesome. Can I quickly also say about the names? I think when I found out my character's name was Kiko, I was like, because Kiko's the ball! I'm so excited when his name is Kiko.
Everybody's favorite. They have LEVEL-5 puns.
Oh.
Hey everybody, my name is Bob Buchholz. I was the voice director on INAZUMA 11, and I would say that the challenge that we found is the most interesting challenge for me was the number of characters that were involved. Like we said, there was like 99 different characters, and we obviously can't bring in 99 different actors to do that.
Right.
So some of the actors have to come up with different voices and what have you. So sometimes the challenge of finding new voices that work for the characters, that fit and everything, that was probably one of the most interesting things to me about the show. We've worked on many shows in the past, but nothing with a cast and characters of this magnitude. So that was probably the main thing for me. I think that the special moves were also an interesting challenge, because how do you tie that into the game of soccer, and then all these explosions and everything that happens in the middle as well too. So I thought that was a pretty fascinating aspect of the show, and just the overall of sports in general. Sports is such a big part of for me and for a lot of people's lives. So being able to tie the aspect of sport and then bringing in the different elements of drama and what have you also seemed to be a pretty big part of the show. So.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
And now, question 2. Bob, you kind of answered some of these, but what were some of the memorable moments or challenges you faced while recording?
We're starting with me again.
Yes, we're going to go down the line.
Go down the line.
We will always start with you.
The
right?
hot
So,
seat. Okay. Well, now I'm worried that my answers are spoilers, because I accidentally.
No, it's fine, as long as you allude to them, vaguely.
Okay, well, kind of what Bob was just saying, and what I mentioned before about how I play other characters in the show, and yeah, I want them all to be unique and different from each other, and so there are a couple with some accents, and that was fun, memorable and challenging, and yeah, I don't want to be specific now. I'm paranoid now, but you'll see eventually. Yeah, there's some crazy characters that I was like, there's one in particular who has a southern accent who is really fun, and I really liked recording as her. So
Yes, don't worry, you guys, it's not going to be super, crazy.
she's
good.
It's pretty fun, but yeah, it was really fun. So that was one of my favorites, and I loved, again, every time we would do their crazy moves. My favorite is that Kiko's always correcting the lemonade call out.
Oh yes, Adriana.
Like, no, that's wrong. Why can't you remember? It's so funny every time. So, yeah.
So for me, as the voice of Sunny, who is the main protagonist of the show, I think I might be the only cast member who doesn't get to play with several different characters, which is a little bit of a challenge, because I like to have fun with the wacky things too. But playing Sunny can be a challenge as well. Technically speaking, the voice is right at the top of my register, and trying to do that at a 9 a.m. session or 10 a.m. session can be tricky, or sustain it for 4 hours. And he's always so positive, and trying to maintain that positive attitude if I've had a hard week can be a challenge as well.
Well, thank you so much. We kept the positivity the entire time.
I'm glad to hear that. Glad that it worked out.
I think that one of the big challenges that we faced too was the overall casting of the show. You know, a lot of times in some projects that there may not be a lot of time, so we'll cast the top 2 or 3 or 4 roles and then fill in with, you know, whoever we think might be able to fit in.
Mm-hmm.
But Level 5 was very specific on the casting as far as casting almost all of the roles, and I think it really paid off because we went through quite a casting process of auditions and samples and different things like that, and there were different choices throughout, and ultimately what we ended up with, what I think was the best choice. And that was a relatively tedious process, but when we got there, I think we got a pretty good cast. So.
Yeah, thank you so much, because just so you guys know, Hino-san, our CEO, kind of like the figurehead of Level 5, he wanted to see all the voices, make sure everything was just perfect. So, really appreciate it. Yes. All right. Question 3. So, kind of a selfish question for me, actually, but who's your favorite team or player in the show? And you can't just say your own character.
Darn it. Adriana, the lemonade stuff is it's just so funny. I told you we had the same answer. I'm sorry. It's so funny. I don't know. I love his voice, and I love his he can't remember what his call out is supposed to be, and Kiko's just always like, "What?" It's so funny. I love this.
Yeah, Adriano is my favorite character as well.
You're copying me.
No, I'm not. I wrote my answers down
I know.
ahead. Yeah, Adriano is great. He tries so hard and he thinks so highly of himself,
So funny.
even though he doesn't score a whole lot of goals.
No.
And I love Fire Lemonade. I think it's the best special move in the show.
It's so funny.
Is it a special move? We don't know.
All right, it's Adriana. No. I would probably go with Mr. Yi.
That's a good one, too.
Again, just the interesting aspect of the guy is so out there and so crazy, and to be able to, the voice actor that we have playing the role, be able to pull that off and make it actually make sense and what have you to me. So he's definitely got to be up there.
For you guys who maybe don't know the show, Mr. Yi is this guy wearing red right there. He's very crazy.
Yeah.
All right, and for question 4, actually, you guys have some pen and paper in front of you. We are going to do a quick little drawing.
Oh boy.
So, what would you look like as a INAZUMA 11 Ares character? Oh, you're so prepared. Wait. So, I'm going to play some music, and at the end of the song, you guys have to stop. So, you have to have
I think I gotta know what this song is.
special
but
move.
It might be different.
You
so.
can pick a team. You can pick one of the teams from here, or you can make up your own. I'll read it. Raimon Junior High, Polestar Academy, Kirkwood Junior High, and Royal Academy. And then you have to give them a voice at the end.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Okay.
Well, you too.
Wait, but we're drawing ourselves as...
Yeah, but you know, you
Can I
have,
use my own regular voice?
Yeah.
you have to make something else.
All right.
Can we go?
No, I haven't started the music yet. Okay, ready?
No, I didn't do anything.
Ready? Okay, go. Wait. Alright, and for you guys out there, actually you can also participate. We want to see what your INAZUMA 11 character also looks like. You can hashtag INAZUMA art and on our Twitter at INAZUMA series. It's not a contest. We just
Right.
want to share our fans' fan art with everybody else. name, their team, special move, slogan. If you see some of the drawings here, they're actually from some of our people in the office. I know, they're so great, right?
Who did the top left one?
I don't know. It's not me. Maybe. But yeah, so it's open to anybody. We will share these every Friday. Oh, actually, the music stopped. We will share this every Friday, starting July 12th. So feel free to join in. We actually brought some sheets of paper in the back that you can pick up to use as a template to draw your own character. And I'm just going to give them a little bit more time by talking. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right. Sorry for you guys in the back. We'll make sure to post this on our social later so you all can see it.
Yeah.
But
No one needs to see this.
Oh man.
Let's start with Erica.
Oh man.
Alright, so here's me, and I'm saying soccer! That's my voice also. Soccer! Yay! I have glasses on, and I'm punching the soccer ball, because in INAZUMA, you can do that. Yay! And I'm on Raimon, obviously, because why would I be?
Special move? Punch
Punch!
the soccer.
Soccer punch!
Soccer punch.
Right.
Air punch!
Perfect. Let's give her.
I know, it belongs to the museum.
Great.
My hands are like donuts. I don't know.
A lot better than this.
Oh my God! Wow, you guys are great.
No. So that's my little caveman of a soccer player. I hope I don't look that disheveled in real life. So I think that this guy would play for not any of those 4 teams. I think he would play for every town because they're like the ragtag bunch. Except he wouldn't actually play. He'd be like on the bench, maybe like the water boy. I think
Call that a bench warmer?
yeah. And I think his special move would be, gosh, I had a plan, but looking at this picture, now I want to go with something else. Let's say Caveman Club, and he takes the club out and smacks the soccer ball with that.
0 out of 10 because you didn't show him doing that in the pictures. So.
I just thought of it just now.
You can add it in later.
Okay, so here's mine. He's Swedish. His name is Torpedo.
I like it.
And
Oh.
unfortunately, we ran out of time, and he has no arms. But I realized in this game you don't need arms. It works good. His voice would be. He's 12 years old, and his voice would be destroy. Because anybody else that comes on the field would go, hey, what's with that guy's voice? That's great.
And no arms.
Right, so,
Oh, I forgot to give my guy a voice.
That's great.
Okay, so since we're going with the caveman theme, is the theme Meteor Soccer Ball?
So I will be collecting these from them later, and
Don't
we will
worry.
actually
I got
do
this.
a quick giveaway on our social. So whoever is like following us, we'll put more details on there.
Yeah.
Just sign
I'll put a
her
little
up.
Yes,
signature
they will
on it.
sign
I'm
it.
gonna put some hearts because she loves soccer.
And Kyle will draw the caveman
Sure.
that, and Bob might add arms or not.
No arms.
Okay.
Those are part of the character.
Alright, yeah. So while they're signing and stuff, I'd like to so we are at the end of the INAZUMA 11 portion of the panel. So I just want to remind everybody before we move into the next segment that, you know, it's on Disney XD.
Right.
Yay. There'll be a new episode tomorrow. And we hope that you enjoy it. Okay. Next, we have some announcements for you guys, or updates and sneak peeks.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop.
At this time, no photos or videos.
All right,
This
stop right here
is
for now.
Stuff that we brought exclusively for you guys. Do have some rules, and I think we're maybe going to take just a few. But any level 5 property is okay. I will try my best to answer.
Right.
Please say your name before your question. Please say who you're directing your question to. Please keep it PG rated.
Right.
Please keep it spoiler-free and respectful, and I think we will have to be pretty quick. So if you have a question, please come over to the stand here. You'll see a girl with a black shirt with Galaxy. Natsumi, can you wave your hand? Yes, okay. Please come over to her over there.
Hi, my name's Eddie. I
Hi.
just wanted to know, are you guys planning on making any like future INAZUMA games for like the new consoles?
So there is a game in development in Japan right now. We do want to bring it over. That's definitely a want. For other Inazuma games, though, I can't really confirm anything at this moment. But we hope with we hope with all your support that we can bring everything that you guys love over.
Alright, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, great costume.
Love
Love
it.
it.
Thank you. My name is Maggie, and this is kind of like a level 5 question. How did you come up with the names when you were dubbing, kind of like for the English version?
So actually, it was kind of a joint project between us and our localization team at HQ. We have a team there that kind of does the, like, runs through, and they really like puns. Really like a lot. You don't know how many we had to cut down. And it comes over to us, and then we take a look at it, and we say like, oh, these are good, these are what we recommend, and then we send it back to them, and then they get Hino-san's approval, and then we put them into the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Sydney. So since you're going to be localizing Yokai Watch 4, the game, you need to know the content in the Shadow Side movie and Forever Friends. Will you be localizing both of those movies for us?
So I can't really say right now, but sorry. But you know, we really want to, really badly. So you know, hopefully with our with everything, we can have some news about that. But we'll keep you guys all in the know.
Alright, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
thanks for coming. My name's Wayne. I like to ask about, you say, like, for instance, you introduce a new IP and it's in animation, but other IPs would be in video games, or later they'll, jump in. How do you decide exactly which to start out with, which to introduce the new IP to, as a video game, as an animation, or so forth? And I notice you keep saying want, so is that something that it's more Japan side?
So it's definitely, we do work closely with our Japan team. They kind of run the show. So oftentimes they will be the ones to kind of say, hey, we want to bring this over. I'm like, cool, we want to bring it over too. Sometimes, it's really, we work closely with our HQ to bring things over. And it's not just them that decides. Sometimes we are also like, hey, we think this will be a really good franchise to bring over here, or it will be a good franchise to make everywhere else. And usually for Level 5, when they develop things, they develop everything together when they can. Like for example, with Yokai Watch, they actually developed all the TV show writing and all the video game writing kind of all at the same time, and then they released it.
Did it release all at the same time? I wasn't familiar with how Japan released Yokai Watch.
So in Japan, I believe, yes, they released everything at the same time. And I think we did too, like very close together.
So will Snack World have a video game?
It does. I can't say anything else other than that. It has a game in Japan.
Thank you.
No problem.
Hi, I'm Megan, and my question is, I'm actually very new to the INAZUMA 11 series as a whole. I have friends who love it a lot, and so I'm wondering, what's the best way to start getting into it?
I'll answer it, and then I'll see if these guys will have an answer too. For us, we definitely recommend the show on Disney XD. It airs, I'm going to just plug it again, sorry guys. It airs every Saturday at 8:30. I know that's kind of early for you guys, but it has a rerun as well on Sundays. I believe at 7. You might have to check the channel.
Schedule.
But what do you guys recommend? Probably the same thing, right?
Yeah. Start watching the episodes and see if it's something that you love, which hopefully it is.
Well, and it sounds like you said there was a newsletter, right?
Yes. So we have a newsletter on our...
Good way to catch up on what you've missed so far.
Thank you.
No problem.
Hi, my name is Alicia, and I'm just wondering if you have any plans to bring over Chronos Stone?
Chronos.
She doesn't know what
Sorry,
she's
it's my
talking about.
favorite game, so.
Oh no, it's fine. So I think at this time we don't, but I can definitely tell our people in Japan that there's some interest. But yeah, at this time, no plans. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm David.
Hi.
Layton. Now, my question is for Yokai Watch 4. Will Katie and or Haley be returning as playable characters?
Don't
They will
spoil.
be in the game. Katie will be playable. I can't confirm or deny anything else.
That's all I wanted to hear.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Axel, and my question for you guys is, will Jabanion or any other level 5 character make it into Smash Brothers?
I was waiting for this question. So we're so excited that you love our brand enough to want it to be in Smash. let me tell Japan how interested people are.
No, it's
And
very
we'll go
sealed
from there.
already. They're sealed already.
Giovanni
They
or
might not
Smash?
make it.
All right, you guys, I think that about wraps up our panel. Thank you so much again for joining us today. Here is our Twitter and our YouTube channel. Again, we will have full episode screenings on Sunday. There's the room number, video 3. We will have full episodes of INAZUMA 11 Ares, Yokai Watch, and Snack World. And we have quite a bit of a schedule, so like tons of episodes. So please feel free to join us. And don't forget, before you leave the door, to get the exclusive sticker, and don't stick it on anything other than yourself.
All right.
Or your badges, I guess.
Or your badges, you know, show it off. Thank you guys again so much.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
And thank you to our lovely guests. Let's give a big round of applause.
Thanks for having us.
Sound clear out. See you then.